Okay, should be live. I'm gonna post these links really quickly. What is up, everybody? We're live with the Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion. To be clear, uh, what expansions are there multiple expansions we're playing with? Is it just one expansion? What are the names? Would you like to share? I don't know that information myself.
Oh, no, it's just one.
Okay,
And
just one expansion. Okay.
the expansion is called the Expedition Leaders. They also came out with a mini expansion for solo play, but obviously that doesn't apply to us.
Oh, you can play this solo? That's cool.
You can, and it's actually really good solo. It's quite fun. It becomes like a lot more puzzly.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this is the Expedition Leaders expansion. So last time we just played the base game. This time we went all in, so everything is different pretty much. The first thing that is different is you'll notice we're on a different side of the board. It's really hard to tell, to be honest, except for the fact that if you remember from last time, or anyone watching remember from last time, the travel icons, what we needed to go to spots. On the last board, basically the entire left side was jeeps, the entire right side was boats. But you'll notice in the Snake Temple, we actually have to walk some places or fly some places. Also, up here, we need to walk and fly. I don't really know how that works. I guess you have to
You have
land
to
the plane and
walk,
then walk.
or you have to walk to the plane.
Right.
That's
Whereas
fun.
this, the plane, you just shoot up into the plane.
You get
It drops a rope and you climb up. So that's the different side of the board. The other thing that we're playing with is a different research track. So this board actually has its own research track, but one of the things that the expansion added was its own set of research tracks. Actually, in the expansion, it came with an extra board that you literally just lay on top of where the research track is. So this is the Monkey Temple. So we are researching and exploring the Monkey Temple. So that'll be something new. We're obviously playing with all of the expansion components, so the expansion added some new items and artifacts and assistants and sites and those sorts of things. And then the last thing that we're playing with the red moon staff variant. Basically, all that means is every round, 2 cards on either side of this thing are going to go away, so we're going to cycle the market a lot more than we did last time, so you'll see a lot more cards. So hopefully we can see some of the expansion stuff, like the little monkey. I think he's an expansion card.
It'll be hard to tell because we probably didn't see all the base game stuff last time.
Right,
And
right.
also,
But as much as I can, I'll try to point out if I see any expansion stuff that pops up.
and I also must note that in case you have no idea what's going on, we'll try to explain everything, including the stuff that the other game or that the base game has. I understand not everybody who may be watching may have seen that. And this game is a bit complicated. It's complicated. I think it's more complicated to explain than it is to play. Like
Yes, for sure. That is definitely true.
But then again, it feels like that's the case with most tabletop stuff, right?
Yeah.
But we'll try our best. So
the final thing, and was really the big thing that the expansion added, to be honest, was we are both expedition leaders. So you are the captain, and I am the mystic. We have our own special powers or unique things that we can do. I can create a ritual pile and do rituals to get things. You have more archaeologists on your team. So you have 3 archaeologists, which is different. And all of our cards have a little bit of flavor as well. So you'll see how that all works.
yeah, and I think we should just I don't see I don't think a lot of explaining needs to be done now for me anyway. I think it might be best
Yeah, I think
if we just start playing and we'll just explain everything we do as we do it.
Yeah, I'm ready to do some mysticking.
Yeah, and I'm ready to do some captaining, so it's good.
Okay, great.
Great.
You are the start player, so
I suppose I am.
You go
Okay.
first.
Well, as the captain, leader of an expedition of 3 archaeologists, keep in mind I'm blue and Steven is red, so that's how you'll know what's going on here. I'm the leader of an expedition, and I have to make some calls about where I want my archaeologists to go exploring for me. See, I just sit at the camp and do nowhere. I just kind of hold this map, and I look positive. So that's my role here. But I'm calling the shots.
Yeah, you're really middle management, to be honest.
Right. And so
And by the end of the game, all your archaeologists are going to have their quarterly report.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they have to discover locations as well as research things, and that's what I'm going to get them to do. So to start the game, I think what I would like to first do is look and see if there's any of these dig sites I would like to go digging at. All of these sites we already know about. The Archaeologists United organization already knows about these locations right here. And looking at them, I could go to this location and dig up 2 coins. I could go to this location and dig up 2 compasses. This location, dig up 2 tablets. This location, dig up an arrowhead, or this location, I could place something in a sacrificial mound and receive a ruby. So, I have to also look at some of my first options on the research board, because that's what I'm going to use a lot of those things for. On the research board, I need these items to research whatever I'm looking for. Now, I really can get started with any of these, so there's no reason I'd have to choose the ruby one over this, I guess, unless I want to go a certain path. But anyway, I'm looking at what I want to try to start doing first. I guess collecting resources is an option. I only have 2 coins.
Yes, remember, you have 2 coins to start. I have a coin and a compass to start.
Okay. Right. So, with all of that said, I'm going to... my coins don't really help me on this first layer of research, as none of these things require money to research, but they do require compasses and arrowheads and tablets. With that in mind, I think I want to start collecting some of those things. So I'm actually going to go for these 2 compasses. This requires me to walk, or my archaeologist to walk. I just sit at the camp, of course, but I need to bring my archaeologists and make them walk. So in order to walk, I'm going to get rid of some of my archaeologists' fear, in order to allow them the strength to walk, to march forward, and take on this position.
They've been so afraid to walk for so long,
and now they've finally made it. So they've done that, and I've gotten 2 compasses as a result, and I've given up one of my 3 archaeologists. There are no free actions I want to use yet, so I'm going to end my turn, toss it over to the Mystic.
Okay, so I am also going to start by going on a nice little walk. And I'm just taking a look at where I want to walk to. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and walk to the land of the parrots. This is Parrot World over here. Exciting new attraction where you release your fear on the roller coaster, and at the gift shop I buy a ruby.
Oh. You pay with your fear.
You pay with your fear. It's like Monsters Inc.
Right. Okay, so I have 2 compasses now, which gets me started, but I need more than just compasses and coins. I also require either an arrowhead or 2 tablets. Now, thankfully, with both of these locations, I will either get 2 tablets or an arrowhead, so getting 2 tablets is really no more difficult than getting an arrowhead. In fact, both of them only require me to use an archaeologist on land and just to walk there. So, looking at it that way, I think I would like to go for the tablets. And to do that, I'm going to look over my options. We have all of these cards available. And now with the card, you're relinquishing the card to use its travel ability up here in the top left. And I can see that this card is going to be... So wait a minute. So exiling a card means removing it from your deck entirely. Discarding means to place into on the table.
Yes.
Okay, well then that is not necessarily useful to me at this moment. So I am going to walk, get rid of my archaeologist's fear of walking, and have them walk over to this large outcropping in the middle of the water. It looks sort of like an ancient oil rig. So I will bring my archaeologist here, and I've gained 2 tablets for that excursion.
Yes, that's where they keep all the instruction manuals.
Right. The instruction manuals of how to research, which our archaeologists haven't learned yet. I don't know who sent them through college for archaeology, but you know, they're working on it.
That'll come up in their quarterly report.
So I'm going to end my turn, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So I have a compass. I'm going to play some of my fancy new Expedition Leaders cards. So these are my Mystics Blind Sight and Divine Guidance. When I play these cards, I have the option to either take the top thing, whatever that may be. In this case, it's 1 choice. In this case, it's 2 choices. Both of them are free. Or I can exile the card to perform a ritual. I won't do that yet, but I'll talk about what that means when I do that. But anyway, I'm playing both of these for 2 more compasses. And that little lightning bolt means that I can do that for free. I can do that any number of times before I do a main action, which causes me to pass. The other thing about my blind sight is it says if I discover a new site this turn, I can exile something instead of getting what the idol will give me. So I'll talk about that in a second, but I'm going to go on a little excursion. And where do I want to go?
So these locations up here are the ones that no archaeologist has yet discovered, at least not on our teams. And we are going to go to discover these sites and grab an idol as well as other objects.
Okay, I'm going to use my Jeep. I'm going to get in my Jeep and I'm going to come out here and do a little exploring. So I place my
and you will need to remove there. Your 3 compasses.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the benefit that was given to me here by my blind sight. So I'm actually going to put my fear and my arrowhead back that I would have gotten from the idol, and instead I'm going to exile my fear, and I'm going to put that into my ritual pile.
So you don't. So by doing that, you don't get
what the idol would have given me.
Okay, but you do still take the idol.
I do still take the idol, yes.
Okay, so make sure to remove your 3 compasses.
Oh, yep. So I had to use the compasses to find where I was driving out to. So now a sight will come out. Ooh, more fear, and a compass and a ruby. And then now there's a guardian in my location. Big Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Not Big Bird, the Sesame Street character, but a Big Bird.
A Big Bird, right.
Okay, and then I will pass.
Okay. Well, with my 2 tablets and my 2 compasses, I would like to use my 2 tablets and 1 compass to begin researching this this thing which kind of looks like an owl.
Looks like an owl statue.
Yeah, so we're going to take my magnifying glass and begin to observe. We're not jotting down our research yet. We're just observing. So I'm going to remove my 2 tablets, 1 compass, and that will start me here. For doing that, I will gain 1 coin. And I think that's it for my turn. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm heading down the research path. Well, my archaeologists are doing it for me. Right.
And I will also head down the research path. I will pay a ruby to take a look at, what is this? Another Big Bird on a bridge?
Yeah.
Which also gives me a coin.
Again, to reiterate, a Big Bird, not the Big Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, all right. So I still have an archaeologist I haven't used yet. I am down on compasses. I do have coins, so I could look at the store up here and see if I want to buy any items. For a coin, I could get a little monkey, which gives me two boots. Previously, if you wanted to walk anywhere, you could only put 1 boot on 1 foot, which definitely was not as good. as having both shoes on. So this is quite nice. I'm not really sure why the monkey gives me that. I guess the monkey serves as the second boot. I guess you just kind of wrap it around your foot and you just go for a stroll. The aeroplane actually counts as 2 aeroplanes as well, which is fascinating. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'm buying 1 aeroplane, but if I actually wish to fly it, I require a second to tow the aeroplane that I own. So it's sort of like 2 planes. Or I could buy a hat, which I can use as a boat, and I'm not even going to try to justify that.
Yeah.
That just don't add up. So I get a coin and a compass every time I use that. I get 2 coins every time I use this, and could exile. What is the shovel? That's a type of item, right? That's a type of item. That's an item.
Yeah, that's just item.
That means
in general,
item, and this means
item.
yeah. Okay, so I could exile an item from the card row and refill it. That actually could be useful for me, as you can see, chat, because of this card here, which has this requirement. But I don't know. With the goat, which of course, as the captain, I am the goat. This adds a card or allows me. What is that? What is that? That means to draw a card?
Draw a card, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I can draw a card. Or I could move an archaeologist without needing to make them walk.
Yeah, and both of these happen.
So the goat, they would ride the goat to get there.
Yeah, you get to both draw a card and do this.
Okay. I'm not really sure I understand the usefulness of this yet, but maybe I would if I bought it. Well, anyway, I have 3 coins, but I don't really need to use them for anything. I don't have enough compasses to move up. I don't have enough items to begin to research more, although I could move an archaeologist and grab a arrowhead, which I think might actually be my best move right now, because if I don't do that, then the mystic could do it instead, and I don't want that to happen. So actually, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my archaeologist here. By using a... well, I'll use this. Hidden Fear. I'll conquer their hidden fears. They didn't even know they fucking had it. That's how subconscious it was. And by conquering their hidden fear, they walk to this location and grab an arrowhead for me. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, and through the power of magical mysticism, I will use my idol to gain an arrowhead, but it's very scary when I do that, so I also get fear.
The idol has unforeseen powers, which come out upon its usage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that I've done that, again, that was a free action. I will use a compass and an arrowhead to write about this bridge over here. And
Wait a minute.
So
you can hold on. So you can as long as your magnifying glass is on the same row, you can bring your journal. Okay.
Yes, and your notebook does not have to be in the same place where your magnifying glass is.
Just the same row.
Yeah, it has to be less than or equal to in its row.
Right. Okay. Got it.
So because I've written about this notebook or about this bridge, I gain a bridge enthusiast to my team, and that bridge enthusiast will be this person. They come and join my staff, and I can utilize them as a free action to convert a boot to an arrowhead. They go out and they find an arrowhead for me.
Right. Okay. So I need to do what I was gonna do before, which was buy the goat. Well, actually, Little Monkey also was really appealing. They're actually both quite appealing to me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy Little Monkey. So I'm gonna take a coin, buy, and now it's mine. And I think that's my turn.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and meditate. And I will actually use this free action to exile.
Through your
So
meditation, you have conquered your
right.
fear.
I've conquered my fear, and
Right.
I can now perform a ritual with all the fear that I have.
Right.
Um, and then I will also pay a coin and a ruby to look and examine this,
Whatever it is.
whatever
It kind
that
of
is.
looks like an ancient train, this area right here. And then there's like a bird watching the ancient train. That's what I'm seeing. That's like the front of a train right there,
Right.
carved in stone.
A bird train.
Yeah, a bird train, I guess.
Okay, and for doing that, I get to use the effect of an assistant in the supply board and then put it on the bottom of its pile.
Right, so this is the supply board. So these assistants aren't necessarily going to actually continue to work for Steven. However, they will do one service this one moment because they were so impressed by Steven's ability to look at a stone train.
Look at a train.
Yeah.
And you know what, actually? This seems like a great ability for me because it will give me a coin and it will give me a boot. And with that boot, now this pickaxe man can help my person go out and get an arrowhead. So that seemed very good for me.
Great.
And then I will put them on the bottom of that stack and pass.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gain a coin using this free action. I'm also going to gain a compass using this free action. And I will buy the goat with 1 coin. And that is my turn.
Okay, so I think on my turn... Oh, I didn't even see this. I could have... By the way, on my board, one of the things that the expedition leaders added was they have special idle actions. One of them was to exile and get an arrowhead, which I probably should have done versus just gain a regular old arrowhead.
So if you have an idol, which you obtain by discovering a new area, you can place it in these idol slots up here. I'll actually show you on mine because mine doesn't have anything on them. You can choose to place the idol in these 2 gray slots, which will allow you to perform any of these actions. Or you can choose to place that idol on one of these blue slots, which will allow you to perform any of these actions, including the blue one. The one risk to placing an idol down is that it does remove some victory points. The purple things with the numbers, these are victory points. So at the end of the game, we're going to count all of these that we have on all of our cards that remain, all of these spots, and a number of other places, including here. We'll talk about that later. But with the idols, the idol has victory points and the spot has victory points. But if you cover the spot with an idol, you lose the victory spots from that. Victory points, sorry, from that spot. As you can see here, whatever victory points were behind this idol are now gone. But he's saying that if he'd placed it in one of these blue spots, he would have been able to use one of these actions instead of just using this. So
Normally, I would say the axe seems very good for me because my character is all about getting fear cards and sending them to my ritual pile. But I have so many ways to exile that I think I'll just take a nice fancy hat.
Just worrying about
just
your style,
to have it,
right?
Just to wear it.
I don't know that hat necessarily matches your getup, but you know, whatever. Okay. So I'm going to consider a purchase of one of these items. Exiling a card and gaining a compass is quite useful for me. This also contains 2 victory points, which is quite good. We have this option, which does something. Let me read. That allows you to refresh one of your assistants. Ah, okay. You can refresh an assistant with this iron rations by giving your assistant some food and some crackers. It looks like beans and crackers.
Hardtack.
They decide to help you again, I guess. It kind of renews their energy. Or you could gain a coin and defeat a guardian. That's actually quite good because this not only has 2 jeeps.
This one is one of the expansion cards. This icon here is actually to flip a guardian back over.
Oh, to make it... Oh, that one that's in your pile. So one that you've already defeated.
You
would
feed the guardian, and then it wants
Right.
to help again.
So once you defeat a guardian, you basically own it. So you take its poor defeated self and bring it to your team. You can use it once for an ability, and it looks like by using a card with this option on it, you would be able to use this ability again. That's pretty good, though honestly not as good as I thought it was at first. Refreshing the assistant would be more useful, I would think. This does come with less victory points, and I do really like this axe, so I'm actually going to buy the axe. And that's my turn.
And unfortunately, I am only left with a single coin and a single arrowhead, which, just doing a quick scan, looks like I cannot buy anything. So because of that, I think I will pass.
Okay. So Steven's turns are up this round. So as for my turns, I still have things to do. And one of those things is to use an arrowhead and a compass to start writing about this same bridge that Steven's already written about. It's always a good thing to have more writers writing about the same thing so that there are more perspectives. So I think that I'm providing a great service for that. And for doing so, one of these assistants heavily respects my work. But I have to consider which assistant I can use the most as a captain. So this assistant, this dude looks like he's really been through some crazy stuff. This is a dastardly villain right here. You can tell from the scar over his eye. And it's actually in the shape of an X as well, which is like extra edgy and cool. So I do like this guy.
They're black market peddling items or artifacts.
Right. So is that what that's saying? So this is saying that I could get an item or an artifact without needing to pay, or with a discount of 1 coin?
This is a discount.
So a discount of 1 coin or compass?
Yeah, and the other thing I'll mention about this assistant is you'll notice no lightning bolt, so it's an action.
Right. Okay. So it would... All right. Well, is it an action? So it's an action, which means I would have to use it as an action and then in another turn buy as an action.
No, but by turning this assistant, you basically
to buy.
You buy, yes.
Okay.
At a discount.
That's understandable. You know, that's not bad, but it could be better in my opinion. And also, as a captain, as a team leader, I'm a little bit nervous about what getting into the black market trading would do for my team's morale and respect. So I'm a little bit concerned about this dastardly villain right here. We have this person who has a parrot. Already, I like them because they have a parrot. So that's definitely, you know, that means we don't just gain an assistant. We also gain another team member in the form of this parrot, which I do like. Now, this person allows me to trade in a tablet for an arrowhead or an arrowhead for a ruby. If I remember right. Right? You can't trade the tablet for the ruby. Right. It needs to be, yeah. Okay. And then if I were to upgrade this assistant, they would be able to do that as well as give me a compass. Not bad, although I don't know if it's really that great either. This assistant gives me a compass or a jeep, and upon being upgraded would give me a compass and a coin or 2 jeeps. Honestly, none of these assistants are amazing. I'm just gonna have to briefly think about which one would help me the most. I don't want the black market peddler. I just don't. I can't. I do not trust their X-shaped scar around their eye. It's concerning, and I don't know if they'll backstab me in the future. The other 2 assistants I'm definitely strongly considering. When it comes to this action, that could be useful in certain situations, I suppose. I don't see myself using it that often, honestly, so I think I'm going to choose this assistant, who now will... I'm going way too far. Who will go here. And I think that's going to be my turn. Which means it's my turn again, because Steven has passed. I don't think I can do anything anymore, though. Well, I could gain a compass. So let's do that. I used my assistant to gain a compass. which was a free action. I think other than that, I don't think I can do anything. I only have 2 compasses, although you're right. I could take this artifact with these 2 compasses. I could relocate a placed archaeologist from a tent site to a different tent site and activate it. Now, if I do that, does that mean if I buy this right now, could I do that in my next turn?
It happens.
It happens immediately. Okay, well, I would use 2 compasses to gain 2 coins. Which, I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather save my compasses for next round when I could start discovering sites. It would give me an additional victory point, I suppose, for buying it, but I don't know. Well, actually, that's not true, because if I do this and gain 2 coins, I could then spend the 2 coins on another item. Although I'd be down with nothing in the next turn. I need to think if that's going to be worth it. So this item... gain 2 compasses for each guardian on sites that I occupy, and each guardian I have overcome. So this is the kind of card which would be much more useful in certain situations than it would in others. But it could help me a lot, actually. That's pretty good. I do like that. Alternatively, Iron Rations is still a choice, which was good as well. Though not as good. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. So I'm going to use my 2 compasses in order to acquire this artifact. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Okay. In doing so, I will now move this archaeologist onto this spot instead. And I will gain 2 coins. Oh, I'm not passing my turns like I should be. Well, actually, yes, I am. Okay, now it's my next turn. In my next turn, I have 2 coins. I'm going to use those 2 coins to buy this bow and arrow, which ends my turn. And then I'm going to pass. I forget how to flip this. Here, I can just right-click and... yeah. Okay. And that ends my game. My round. The round. That ends the round. Okay.
So we will set up for the next round.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, wow. What a hand I have. Okay, so I am the first player now. I'll just go ahead and start by using my archaeologist.
Okay.
Playing a fear my assistant playing a fear for an arrowhead.
Conquering their fear to allow them to walk to acquire an arrowhead. Yeah, of course.
That was a free action. I have to think about what I want to do. So, let's see. Well, I can already come up here, I believe. Ooh, no, I cannot go up there, actually. So, if that's the case... Okay, let's just start simply. I will go ahead and conquer my fears, and walk here to get 2 tablets.
Okay. And in my turn, I have this card, which I'm going to immediately use. Now I have 3. Now here's the way that this works. Because I'm the captain, I can't...
This does nothing yet.
Oh, it's only placed archaeologist. I thought it meant archaeologist in my thing. Yes. You know what? I regret that. I don't know how to put this back, though.
Just press 1 over it.
Okay. Okay. You're right. I misread this. I was reading this while you were doing your thing, and I misread it. So this is how many archaeologists I have placed. Yeah, okay, yes. I got it. Placed. That's different than in my camp. You didn't see that. You never saw that. I don't have that in my hand. So, instead... I have a lot of card actions. None of my cards are free, actually, at the moment. Well, actually, that's not true. One of them is. Okay. Well, I don't... Well, what I'm going to do... Hold on a second. I need to consider what I'm going to do here. Well, I definitely want these 2 compasses, so you know what? I am going to... Okay, I've got it. I'm going to use this goat. By using this goat, I can move an archaeologist with a discount of a boot, which means I can move an archaeologist here without needing to use a boot. In doing so, I gain 2 compasses. And I also can draw a card. So to draw a card, I just pull one from here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, you can just press 1 over the deck. It'll draw into your hand.
Ah, okay. Ooh, which acquires me this. Oh, this is not free. This card was not free, right? So I can't.
Yeah,
So that's
so
all I
back
can
to
do.
me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
fair enough. Okay.
Okay. I don't think I'll be doing any discovering this time.
But you do have some
Yes, I do have some fear to cast a
rituals.
ritual
Yeah,
if I'd like.
right.
I think what I'll do is I will just go ahead, play these now while they're free. So that is, my hat gives me a coin and a compass. My blind sight gives me a compass. And then I will pay 2 coins and an arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
You can always pay 2 coins to hire a pilot. So I'm hiring a pilot in
That's right.
place of the Jeep that I need. So I paid 2 coins and an arrowhead to, again, look at this nebulous
It's
mountain
a
range.
butte.
And I can now choose one of these in the stack. Okay, and I definitely like to exile, so I will take this to be able to put one of my fears in my ritual pile. And I
Right.
also get another compass.
Okay. Now that it is my turn, I need to look at some of my choices. I can gain a compass. Oh, this is not bad. All right, I'm going to use this to gain a compass. And I'm also, well, not yet. Now that I have 3 compasses, I can begin to discover locations. So long as I have the travel requirements. Looking at some of the choices I have here, I could gain a tablet, I could exile a card, I could gain a coin. Or I could convert a tablet to an arrowhead or an arrowhead to a ruby. I don't have any of those things, so that's pretty much useless for me. All of these idols will give me 3 victory points, so I don't need to make any consideration there. And I do have the travel accommodations for any of these things. Actually, no, I don't. I can't pilot. It's the only thing I can't do. So, what do I want the most? Well, I do want coins, that's for sure. Let me look at where I can move stuff here. Coin and a ruby, compass, tablet, arrowhead, tablet, and a ruby. I'm going to go ahead and grab a tablet. So I'm going to discover... I'm going to use a boat. Well, am I going to use a boat? That's the question, actually. I guess I have to discover the tablets. Well, I'm going to use a boat. I will use this boat from this axe. I guess I'll sail with the axe. I don't really know with that
You
one.
use the axe to create a boat.
Oh, it's a paddle. It's a paddle.
Oh, of course.
So we use the axe as a paddle to travel one of my archaeologists over to this location. I will gain a tablet, which it already gave me. I will have to remove my 3 compasses because I use them to get here. And I have an idol now as well. Okay, that is going to be my turn.
And then, oh, don't forget.
Oh, you're right. I need to. That's right. There is now a guardian. Okay, I gained some things. That's cool.
Okay, so I didn't think I was going to discover a site, but I actually will. I will pay 3 compasses and 2 of my fears, my walking fears, and I will come to this site. I will upgrade. Will I upgrade?
Upgrade a resource? What does it mean?
That's this upward trade.
Ah, right.
And I
Right.
think I will. I will convert an arrowhead to a ruby.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see what my new site is. Ooh, okay, 2 tablets, and I can do another upward trade. So I will go ahead and convert one of my tablets to an arrowhead.
Okay.
And then pass.
Okay. Now, in order to defeat this snake being, I will need a compass to find it, a coin to bribe it, and an arrowhead to kill it. And I don't really have all that stuff, but I don't want to do that yet anyway. So before the round is over, I want to defeat this snake. That is a consideration that I must make. I'm rhyming now. Okay. Well, I was looking into moving my magnifying glass up and beginning to research some of these locations. The only one I can actually research would be this one here, the train, with a coin and a ruby. I don't have a ruby, I do have a coin. In order to gain a ruby, I could discard a card for a ruby. That's definitely a choice that I have. That's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip this. I'm going to use this assistant as my jeep to get to this location. And then I'm going to come over here, use this. I need to discard one of my cards for a ruby, so I'll take my pick really quickly. I think that right now this bow and arrow isn't necessarily going to do much for me. Although I do have a guardian. It would only give me one compass, so I'm just going to discard that one. And now I have a ruby, and I am going to end my turn.
Okay. Ooh, okay, I have a fancy little play here.
Sure.
So on this research track, the magnifying glass has to go this way and the notebook has to go this way. The first person to research here gets this card and it immediately gets played. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 tablets and an arrowhead to...
But you don't need to spend the compasses.
You do not need to spend the compasses, no.
Okay.
Need to unlock this. Okay. I will get that.
Okay.
Well, actually, let me make sure you don't have to spend the compasses before.
That is brutal for me, though. Because that's a good card you just got. If you did get that.
Yeah, I'm just
make sure
really quick. Okay. Got it.
So you do?
I do not get it. It is locked to the board, but when the magnifying glass comes here, you can immediately use its ability for free.
Okay, so I'll be able to do that as well when I get to the spot.
Yes. So I will do that.
Oh, but wait a minute. Never mind. Don't wait a minute. I get it. Okay. I get it.
So I will do that. So I get to research again with a discount of a ruby, which means I can go ahead and move my notebook up here by just paying a tablet.
Right, because you researched with discount of a ruby. So this ruby was not applicable.
When I move my notebook here, I now get to choose either to take a second assistant or to upgrade my pre-existing assistant. And I think I will just take this. Let's just take this person who gives a compass. Oh, I think I took the whole stack. Okay. There we go. And then pass.
All right. As for me, I'm going to go ahead and use this now. I can get a tablet, a compass, or a coin. Now, I already have 2 tablets. I don't see many such... I don't know why I need to give myself 3 tablets, although, I mean, you know, it's helpful. I don't have any compasses, though. The thing is, if I grab a compass right now, I'm not going to be able to use it for much. You know what? I'm going to get a compass with that one. That's because if you have 3, archaeologist, you can use any of these things. 2, you can use these 2 things. 1, you can only use this. And I had 3, so I could make my choice. Now that I've made my choice, I'm going to go ahead and take 2 coins with this little monkey. I'm not going to exile any of my items. I like my items, and I don't want to exile them. But I do have 2 extra coins. Now, these are all free actions so far. So, I have a coin and a ruby, so I'm going to go ahead and move my magnifying glass up by spending a coin and a ruby. By doing that, I now get to use one of the assistance abilities on the board and then put it to the bottom of the deck. Well, I don't really have any cards to exile right now. Well, I guess there is the fear card. You're right, the fear card. That's true. I could exile the fear card. Alternatively, I could convert my arrowhead into a ruby or convert one of my tablets into an arrowhead. I don't see why I'd really want to do that. I guess to move my notebook to this part, to this one, but I could also just move it here, so really not necessary. Although this one costs less compasses. I could do that maybe, sort of, if I feel like it. Maybe. Then I could also use this black market dude one time for a discount. Which I don't know if that helps me too much. I guess it would make these items cost only 1 coin. But I wouldn't be able to get any of the... Actually, yeah, I could be able to get both of these. Okay, I guess I should look at these then. Research with the discount of arrowhead or tablets. Okay. Okay. That actually won't do anything for me. Then I could treat any Guardian's boon as a free upgrade. That also doesn't help me. Iron Rations is all right. First aid kit. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Either exile up to 2 or keep 1. Okay, so when I use this, I have to exile at least a card from the deck. Is that right? Because if I'm looking at the top 4... Oh. Yeah, I would. Right? Look at the top 4 cards, so I either exile up to 2 or keep 1? Wait, that doesn't make sense. If I only keep 1, then I'd be exiling 3. Wait,
no,
what?
so you're looking at the top 4 cards, you're choosing either to exile up to 2 of them.
Yeah.
Or just keeping one of those 4 cards.
Keeping, does that mean bringing it into my hand? Okay.
Yes.
Understand. So that's pretty good, actually. And it's a Jeep or a boat, which is nice. I actually quite like this. I think I'm going to do...
And it's actually both. So, for instance, this first aid kit card you could use to meet this
okay.
immediately.
But I could also use it to only meet a boat or a Jeep.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah, well, I like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a complicated set of things. We're going to use this black market dude right here. Take him out of here. Move him to the bottom, which I don't know how to do that. Okay. Good. That guy's out of here. I didn't know when he wanted him anyway. He has discounted these items by 1 coin. And so I will only have to spend 1 coin to get this first aid kit. Now, I think that was not a free action. So that's the end of my turn, right? Yeah, it is. That is the end of my turn. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, I will go ahead and get this compass. And I'm just looking. Okay, we'll not be able to do that. I guess I'll just plan for the future then. Okay.
You do have the option to perform rituals, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, I could perform a ritual. Though I don't know if it benefits me too much right now.
I mean, if you can't do anything else, why wouldn't you? I guess you could save up
Well,
fear cards.
yes, and a ritual is not free.
Yeah.
Um, a ritual either requires me to exile a card, which I have no cards in hand, or it would require me to use my idol for this benefit.
Oh.
So I think I probably want to keep that ritual because I don't
Okay.
think either of these artifacts help me. A coin and a compass doesn't do too much right now. Is there anything I could just get regularly from an idol that would help? So let's see, to advance my notebook again, I would need a boat and 2 tablets, so not going to get that. To advance my magnifying glass, I need a coin, a tablet, and a ruby. Probably not going to get that either. I can't get all of those things with one singular idol, even with a ritual. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass.
Okay. Cool. Well, I get to play out the rest of my turns here.
Yeah, and you don't have to pass turn. You can just
Yep.
play it out.
Yep. I do have a number of things. 1 compass, 1 coin, 2 tablets, and 1 arrowhead. I no longer have anything to travel with. Well, I do have a plane if I decided to move my thing to the thing and the stuff. So, I forget. With this, obviously I can't use that right now, but if I had a archaeologist to bring here, what does this do?
So you would put the archaeologist here, and then you could use any silver side of a assistant on the supply board.
Ah, all right, got it. Okay. So, let's see. For my notebook, I would need a tablet and a ruby, or a compass, tablet, and an arrowhead. I do have a compass, tablet, and an arrowhead. So that's probably what I should do. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my blue journal up, spending a compass, tablet, and arrowhead in the process. Because of that, I now can either gain an assistant or upgrade my current assistant. By upgrading my current assistant, I don't really want to do that. I don't think my current assistant isn't really even the assistant I was vying for anyway. Not my favorite. This assistant with the little pug, this assistant, who is a medic, according to the little red cross right there, can exile a card, and upon upgrade, exile a card and give me a compass. This assistant can spend a coin for an arrowhead, or spend a coin for an arrowhead and a ruby. That's pretty good. This assistant can do things I don't really want, necessarily. I think what I'm going to do is sneeze, and then I'm going to grab this assistant. And that ends that turn. Now I can use this assistant to spend my coin into an arrowhead, which I have just done. That assistant's like a trader. She trades, I don't know, arrowheads. And now that I have an arrowhead, I don't think I can actually use that for anything because I don't have any travel, unfortunately, and I don't have...
You could come up here if you use your blue idol action.
That's true. Which would give me a plane and a compass. Well, I do want to stop Steven from coming here because if he does, he's going to get to take this. And then there won't be any more little extra special things here. If I move my magnifying glass up here, I will get a compass in return. The sneeze tactic. Yeah, I was throwing him off. I do actually quite like this, and I think what I'm going to do... You know, Steven's already been spending his idols and getting rid of some of his victory points, and he does always seem to consider that, so I don't think I need to worry too much about getting rid of 3 victory points, but I still do worry about that, and so I actually don't know if I want to do this. Because if I place this in a blue slot, I will lose 3 or 4 victory points. Of course, only 3, because I'm not going to put it on the 4. And I feel like that risk might not necessarily be worth it. If I remember right, this was a draw a card, if I remember right. And, I guess drawing a card could be really useful for me right now. This is a really tough choice. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to bring this idol right here. I'm going to gain a compass, and I'm going to use the plane to bring my blue magnifying glass up to this location. In doing so, I will now flip this, and I will draw a card. God damn it. Okay. And I also gain a compass. So then I'll end that turn.
And don't forget...
oh, right. The arrowhead. I will... End that turn. I now have a fear card. Great. So I'll use the fear. I can't do anything with that really. Well, do I have 2 tablets? No, I don't. Okay. Well, I can't do anything, so I guess my turn ends. I will pass. End my turn.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to see, since you have 2 compasses, is it possible either of these help you?
Research with the discount of either. Wait.
Because you would need 1 more tablet.
I'm not passing. Well, actually, I already passed. I'm over. I don't have any more. It won't let me do anything. Well, I guess I still could. We're just gonna break the rules for a second. Actually, that would help me. So, hold on.
Would it help you though? I'm not sure it would.
Yes, it would. I'm sure that it would.
Oh, okay.
Because I could use these 2 compasses. Wait a minute. Yes, I could. Wait a minute. No, it doesn't help me.
Yeah, I think you would need 1 more tablet here to make that work.
Yeah, no, I would need.
Or you would need a boat.
Yeah, I have a card with a boot, and I was like, oh, that can be used for a boat, but that's not how it works.
Did I get rid of anything in preparation for that? I think I didn't, because I only had two compasses. I don't think I did anything. All right.
Okay. So
Yep.
I will set up for the
next round. Okay.
And I don't know if the viewers saw, but because our archaeologists were still facing a mighty guardian, we got another fear.
Oh, that's right.
Very scary.
Forgot about the fact that I had a guardian to face. Okay, I should have. Okay, whatever. It is now my turn. All right, I have a lot of fear cards. That's going to be an issue, and I don't have anything to exile them with really. Although I could discover locations to exile them, which might be my play here.
You also have an always, every round from now on, renewable exile. Do not forget, if you decide to put your archaeologist here, you can continue to use.
That's true. That's actually completely true. Well, you know what? I'm not going to start doing that just yet, because I have 3 archaeologists. All right, first thing I'm going to do is none of these things. I am going to I'm going to use this plane. Never mind, I can't do that. I can't do that. Yes, I can.
Are you going here?
I can. Hey, hold on, I can do it. So I'm going to gain a compass with that. Now that I have 3 compasses, I'm going to use a plane in order to get to this location right here. And exile. That removes 3 compasses. And I'm going to exile one of my fear cards. I'm going to take this fear card and put it here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And that ends my turn.
Well, don't forget this.
That's right. I always forget that. Okay.
Discover your site.
Now I have a giant scorpion in front of me.
Spooky.
Damn. Okay.
Let's see. What do I need to do and what do I have? I think it may be time to perform a ritual.
Ooh.
So I think what I will do is I will exile this card that's going away.
Okay.
To perform a ritual. So that will get rid of 3 fear back to the fear pile and allow me to get an artifact at a 3 compass discount. So I will buy the Rod of Division. They'll lose a compass with that.
Which lets you draw 2 cards. Wow.
And now I may discard one of the cards I just drew in order to exile and gain a coin.
Wow. That's powerful.
But both of my cards are pretty good, however. So I think I will just use the card draw and I will pass.
Okay. All right, I need to gain some items. Some resources. Not items, resources is what they're called. To defeat this scorpion, I would need to discard one of my cards, so just kind of throw a card at it to distract it, then use a compass to find its location, which is weird because I'm I guess if I threw the card at it, I probably already have found it. And then I need to stab it. It's kind of a convoluted way of killing a giant scorpion, but whatever works, works. I don't have an arrowhead, so I can't even do that anyway. I also don't have a compass. Not having a compass is a bit of an issue. Okay, so... Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blue archaeologist and place them here. From doing that, it will allow me to exile with this assistance ability. So I will exile my hidden fear. By exiling my hidden fear, I gain a compass and a fear card.
I'm going to put that over here, actually.
That's a fear token.
Just click take here.
So now I have a fear card, and I also gain a compass. And that ends my turn.
Okay, so I will... Okay, with 2 boots, I'm really walking.
Right.
I will send my archaeologist here to get 2 tablets, and then I can make an upwards trade. But I like those 2 tablets, so I will pass.
Okay. Geez. So I'm really down on compasses right now. What am I doing on my research path? So I do want 2 tablets and a boat. I could also 2 tablets and an arrowhead, which I could actually gain right now. And that would allow me to research with the discount of Ruby, which is not helpful to me right now. So I'm going to wait on that one. So, oh God. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and... Shit. I'm... Okay. Alright, so to defeat the scorpion, I can't do that either. I can't go anywhere. I can gain a coin, I guess. I'll do that. Gain a coin. With 2 coins, I could buy this whip, which would allow me to exile the whip. It would exile the whip and allow me to buy an artifact with a discount of 4 compasses. That's good, and I'm going to buy it. So I'm going to get rid of 2 coins to buy that. That's the end of my turn.
I'm going to use my blind sight to come get some more tablets.
Okay. Okay. I'm still in the same position I was already in. I'm going to use my first aid kit. Look at the top 4 cards of my deck. In order to do that, I guess I can draw 4. Okay, so we've got... So I can either exile up to 2 of these, or I could keep one of them in my hand right now. Well, exiling's a good choice, because obviously I could exile this, which I would like to do. If I keep one of these, I would gain the access to get a compass, I guess, which still really doesn't give me enough compasses, so it doesn't necessarily do that much for me. I could also exile and gain a compass, which is a lot better for sure. Or I could draw a card and discount of boot. Okay. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this card, and I'm going to bring these back to the deck. What the fuck? Okay, how do I... Okay, so I would want to flip these. Take.
You get to choose the order as well.
Well, I don't... I'm just trying to put them back. Whatever, that's fine. And now that I have this card, I guess that I've already used... That was not a free action. So, I have to end my turn. Okay.
Okay, so again, my friend here is going to conquer their fear to find a arrowhead. And then I will just get a whole bunch of free stuff So my hat gives me a coin and a compass, of course. It looks so good.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
wants
just
to pay
everyone
me.
wants to pay you with
They
compasses
want
and
to find
coins.
me and pay me.
Yeah.
My friend here came equipped with a compass,
Wow.
and I will hold for now. I think what I will do is I will go ahead and play. Oh, wait. No, sorry. I do not want to play my hat.
Then get
I
rid of that
was.
coin and compass.
Oh, wait. No, I do want to play my
Okay.
hat.
I'm sensing that we're both a bit stuck.
Very, very tough. A lot of decisions. I will go ahead and I will use my boat and 2 tablets to boat my notebook
Right.
up here, which gives me 3 coins.
Wow. Okay. So I'm in a tough spot right now. I can okay. I'm going to use this goat. I'm going to bring I now discount the need for a boot. And I'll bring this archaeologist over here while I will gain 2 compasses. Now, I can also draw a card. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Does this count as a placed archaeologist?
It does not right here.
Oh, in your specialist space. Okay. That doesn't matter, actually, anyway. I'm going to use this free action.
But this was
That was
your action.
That's correct.
So you gotta wait.
You are correct. Damn
Takes
it.
a while to get off the goat, you know?
Yeah, it's true. The goat, yeah.
Okay, so I will use this jeep to ram into this lizard. First, I have to read about how to do that, and then I hit it with an arrowhead.
You have to read about how to ram a car into a lizard. That's what.
So that is
Yeah.
a jeep.
It's not like
a
a
tablet. You know what? Actually, JK, instead of the jeep, I will pay 2 coins to hire a pilot, and we are really about to ram.
Oh shit!
this
Yeah,
lizard.
wow.
And by doing so, it bows its head to me. Of course, it's not hurt at all. It just bows its head to me, and it joins my little team here.
Okay, now I'm going to use this free action to gain a compass, because I do have 2 archaeologists placed. And in addition to that, I'm going to look at any other options that I have of things to do right now, which is really not much. Because all I have is a boot, and I can't do much with it. Now, if I wanted to use this idol, I could gain an arrowhead. In order to move my journal up, I'm going to need 2 tablets and a boat, which I don't have. Or a jeep and an arrowhead, which I don't have. I think that I'd rather save right now. I don't want to keep spending stuff. I do have 4 compasses, so I could buy this star chart. Although I have an item which discounts artifacts for compasses. And I don't have any coins anyway, so that's useful. I mean, useless is what I meant to say. So what I'm going to do is pass.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and have my lizard and my divine guidance both get rid of my fear.
Okay.
Those were free. And then I will pay a coin, a tablet, and a ruby to advance my magnifying glass.
God damn it.
So let's see. Oh, another exile. That is very nice. I will definitely take that other exile. So I will, again, get rid of some fear. I'm no longer afraid. Did I take the compass? I think I did, right?
I don't know.
I did. Let's see. I think I started with no compasses. So that was 1, 2 compasses. +1, yes, 3. I think that's right.
Okay.
And I think that might be all I can do. I do
Well, no,
still
you
have
gained
my
a compass.
idol.
Never mind. Forget what I said.
I do still have my idol. Would that help me? I think I could still keep it here for some flexibility. My ultimate goal for the next round is I want to come up here.
Ah.
Do some deep exploration.
Right.
I have 3 compasses now, but I'm not quite there. I do want to pay 1 gold to get this gold pan. Maybe I can use that 2 boat. I can swim on this little pan here,
Yeah.
way out to here. So I will take that card. And then again, I am saving my compasses, so I don't want to do anything with that. My idol could exile something and give me an arrowhead, but I just got rid of all my fear, actually. I'm no longer afraid. I could get a coin and a compass, but I think I will just pass here and hold off. For my notebook has to go down and check out this dinosaur and then
Right.
this tree, and that requires a ruby, which I do not have. I would love to upgrade an assistant right now, but I do not have a ruby. So I will pass.
Okay.
And we will set up the 4th round.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
What is this? Oh, wow. Okay.
Why do you have 2 extra cards in your hand every time?
So my other thing is because I'm so mystical, every time I add a fear card to my hand as a 6th card,
Okay.
I'm always just so afraid.
Okay. It's your turn? It's not saying it's my
Wow.
turn.
Okay. Well, I definitely want this compass. That is 4 compasses. I need 2 more compasses to be able to come up here. I do not, or I do have the means to exile. That is, or to perform a ritual. That is something I could do. Although it's seeming like I might perform a ritual actually to go ahead and overcome the guardian that I will find out here.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just go ahead and I'll start by using one of the fears again to send my friend out to find me an arrowhead. And I will use the other fear to come here and get the 2 compasses I need for next turn.
So here's a question. When the round ends and one of my archaeologists is on a guardian, did it automatically give me a fear card or did I need to draw one?
Yes, it did.
Automatically gave me one. Okay. Just making
Did
sure.
You used this, right?
Used
I believe
what?
you did. You exiled something when you got this idol?
Yeah.
Okay, so just flip that over.
Okay, so now I'm trying to go up here as well, just as Steven is. That is actually my goal as well. And I do have a lot of compasses. Steven has 6 now. So I got to match that. Now, I will use this assistant to gain a compass. And in addition to that, I will use this axe to exile and gain a compass. Gain a compass, exile fear. And that ends my turn. That was an action.
Okay, so I will go ahead and use my gold pan. I will float down the river on this little pan. And I will come here, giving me another fear, which is great. I'm just so afraid.
You're so afraid.
Which also gave me, so it gave me 2 idols, one that was face up, which I got the benefit of, and one that was just face down, which is just victory points. So then a sight and a guardian will come out. Will let me draw a card, get a tablet, and a ruby. Pretty good.
Okay.
And that was my action.
All right, well, now I have 6 compasses. I have... Fuck.
Oh, and I need to get rid of my...
Okay.
Those 6 compasses.
Right. I'm going to use this plane, spend 6 compasses, and use this boot. By doing that, I will come here. I've gotten an idol. I'm going to gain a sight and a guardian. 2 compasses and a ruby. in order to defeat this horrifying bug. No, it's a crab. It's like a giant hermit crab.
Yeah, it's like a hermit crab with
Okay.
a temple on its back.
Well, that's cool. That's like some shadow. It looks like a
Very
Shadow of the
Elden Ring.
Colossus thing.
Yeah, or shadow.
And to defeat it, I need a boat and an arrowhead. So I need to ram a boat into it and stab it. It is exoskeletal, so the whole stabbing thing, when it's that large, I don't know. But I guess with a boat fast enough, with a motor boat, we might be able to break through.
And for my guardian, I just need to pay this monkey.
That's all he wants is money.
Yeah,
One
nice. Monkey tells the truth and one monkey tells only lies.
All right, well, I end my turn, so.
Okay, so I am finally, after all this time, the question is, do I want to do this? I think I feel pretty good on fear, but it is covering up less points, so I will take a fear. As a main action, I can exile something, so I will exile a fear, and then perform a ritual, so that is 4 of this fear in my ritual pile. What a great ritual. Everyone's so jazzed about it.
Wow.
They're all like, yeah, encore. But that lets me immediately overcome a guardian. So sorry, monkey.
I don't think
were
that monkey was too jazzed
out.
about that ritual.
You were ritualed out. And that was not a free action. Typically these are free actions, but this specific one is not a free action. So that means I have to pass.
Okay, well. Okay. So I really want to start moving this stuff, but I still don't have an arrowhead. But I could gain an arrowhead quite easily by using a boot to move an archaeologist. Right here, gain an arrowhead.
Also remember, before you do that, you have your assistant still.
That's true, but I don't care. And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Wait till you see all this fear I have this turn, because it's not done yet. Okay, this feels like a perfect time to come up here because I will discard a card and get rid of a ruby to check out this hole in the wall.
Right.
I guess. The other thing about this research track, which is different from before, starting from this level, I can actually, if I want to, instead of moving my magnifying glass up, I can get temple tiles.
Oh.
Then the silver tiles, then the gold, everything once I get up to the top.
Okay.
I don't think I'll do that, but just let you know. This also lets me upgrade one of my assistants, which when you upgrade an assistant, it also immediately refreshes. So the question is, do I want 2 compasses or do I want an arrowhead? I could get a brand new assistant with this. Not sure that really helps. I could get more fear. This does seem like a very good card for me because I can use it to perform a ritual, basically. This card, this cursed idol gives me a fear and then lets me use any of the idol slots, which one of those was the ritual that I performed earlier. But doesn't seem that great right away. But does an arrowhead do anything for me? I need 2 arrowheads here in a plane. I already have the 2 arrowheads I need. I need a ruby here. Do not currently have that. So I think I will just go ahead and upgrade my helpful friend here who gives me compasses, and I will pass.
Okay, Jesus. Okay. So I don't have the ability to defeat this hermit crab. Just straight up do not have the ability to defeat this hermit crab.
Well, remember,
although I could pay for a plane.
This.
I could pay for a plane, and I do have that.
Pay for your plane, or you have your.
I
idol.
really don't want to use that. I'm short on victory points compared to you. I know that I am, and going here drops a lot of victory points, so I don't want to do that. If I have any way of gaining coins, that would be good, but I don't have enough compasses to go anywhere. I do have an archaeologist, but I don't have a boot. Okay. So if I don't do anything, if I don't use an idol, I have to pass, I think. Although I could buy an artifact, I suppose. Exchange one of your assistants with one available on the supply board. The new one is the same level. Okay.
You also have some, I'm just looking at some options. You have some fun stuff here where you could double tablet plus arrowhead.
Oh, that's true. You're right. You know
Then you
what?
would get a ruby, and you can use an idol to get the arrowhead to go one space further.
You're right. I'm going to actually just do this just so that I can get some more victory points right now. That's all I'm worried about right now. I'm going to move this blue magnifying glass right here, which will allow me to research with a discount of ruby. Now, in order to do that, I would need a coin, a tablet, and a ruby. I don't have a tablet anymore. But if I use an idol, I could gain 2 tablets, which I will do. Because that doesn't cost too much victory points. With those 2 tablets, I will now move my blue magnifying glass up to here, or I will be able to take this by removing a tablet and a coin. I had a discount of ruby. And that gives me a coin.
And a compass.
And a compass. Okay, and that's my turn. Cool, thank you for pointing that out.
Okay. I have to take a look here. So I don't have the resources for a plane currently. Although I could certainly get them. And it's probably worth just continuing up the track. So again, my fancy hat will give me a coin and a compass. I will use my idol to get another coin and a compass. And then I will hire a pilot by paying 2 coins. And I will pay 2 arrowheads to move my magnifying glass once again.
Wow.
Which gives me a compass.
Okay. I have 3 compasses, so I could move an archaeologist up, but I actually can't because I don't have anything to move them with. I am lacking coins. Now, if I were to use an idol, I could gain a coin and a compass, which would allow me to get a pilot. I don't really know how useful that would be for me in this situation. It would take away 2 victory points. And in doing so, I would, I don't know, gain an idol. I'm just going to gain more fear cards because I'm not going to be able to destroy whatever the Guardian is. However, by finding the site, I will gain a bunch of items for doing so. There is that. So those are some choices that I have right now. I kind of...
Yeah, you also, to keep advancing, you really need a card in hand.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about the research track.
There's a couple ways to do that, too. If you do go here, there's a chance you get a site that lets you draw a card like the one
that's true
here. You could also just go here if you can pay for a pilot or fly.
But I can't.
You could also cover up an idol to just draw a card that you could then just get rid of because you already have the ruby.
Right. Well, so it's an option of I cover up I have to cover up an idol no matter what I do because I don't have enough coins to buy a pilot. I have to do this no matter what if I want to move anywhere. If I move here, I know I get to draw a card as well as a coin and a tablet. However, I will gain fear. I know I'm going to gain fear because I'm not going to be able to defeat this enemy. By doing that, though, I will be able to gain a card which I can then discard with my ruby to move my magnifying glass up, and that's true that I do definitely need to do that. I think that my options are starting to get thin, so I'm going to take that choice.
Good.
So I'm going to place an idol, gain a coin and a compass. By gaining that coin, I'm going to sell that, buy a plane. Wait, hang on. Nah, these are all free. These are free. I'm paying for a pilot. The pilot is going to fly me here.
Wait, I thought you were coming here.
What?
I thought you were coming here.
I was coming here. That's right. Did I gain anything from coming here? Yeah, put that. Can you put that idol back?
Oh, they're the same, so it would have been this one.
Okay, my bad. So I'll gain a coin. I lose 3 compasses, but I'm gaining a compass, so...
Nope, no, you don't.
I don't?
Nope, this was...
Oh, it was already discovered. You're right. That was already discovered.
I do think... Because the idol gave you a coin?
Yeah, it did. I should only have 1 coin. And then a tablet.
And draw a card.
And I draw a card by drawing a card. Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay. So I will have my helpful friend give me 2 compasses. So I think I'm pretty well positioned to be able to maybe do another level 2 exploration next turn, but I think that's about all I can do this turn. So I will just put my extra fear here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fear that I have right now. So that's getting a little spooky. And then with my divine guidance, I will exile one of those fear
Okay.
into my ritual pile. And then I also have my monkey. If I want to turn my tablet into an arrowhead, which I don't think I do because my next spot in the track here requires a tablet. So I will go ahead and flip this, and I will pass, I think. Is there any way? Definitely don't think there's any way I can get all of that this turn.
You don't have a
And
ruby.
I don't have the coin to be able to turn into a ruby if I use the idle spot. So I
Yeah.
would certainly like to exile some stuff, though, I will say. But is that worth... I'm basically losing 3 victory points to get rid of a card that only loses 1 victory point. So I think I will just say I passed and go to you.
Okay. Well, I have... Okay. So the thing is, I need to really consider my choices because the card that I drew has another use that might be useful for me as well. If I were to use this card, I would gain 1, 2. I would gain 2 compasses. Yeah, it's not really that good. That would give me 6 compasses, which I could use to discover a site next round. And that could be potentially huge for me. Potentially. However, another thing to consider is that I'm missing out on a lot of victory points, which Steven has, because I'm down 2 rows. And Steven's probably going to make it to this row in the next turn, or in the next round, I would assume.
Yeah, and if you come here, you could refresh your assistant right now, who will give you another
compass. That's true.
if you wanted to refresh that one.
I think I'm going to do that. I think that's my best bet right now, so I'm going to do that. By discarding this and giving away a ruby, I now get to travel to this site in the middle of a town in the middle of a cliff. And that will give me 9 victory points. It also allows me to refresh one of my assistants. I will refresh this assistant. Technically, I'm ending my turn.
And they flip.
What? Oh, and they
You
flip.
upgraded.
Oh.
Yep, that you upgraded.
Oh, ooh, okay. So I get a compass and a coin. The compass and the coin are good, and I want them. So I am getting a compass and a coin. And I can actually get an arrowhead, which I'm going to just go ahead and do. So remove a coin for an arrowhead. Now, do I have anything else that I can do? I do have 5 compasses, which I don't really think I can do anything with.
Yeah, you could buy an artifact, or you could buy items still.
You may add a card and discard a card up to 2 times. Up to twice. Okay? And I think I gain a coin. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Which ends my turn.
You could overcome one of the guardians for free.
That's true. Which would mean I don't get a fear card. That's true. You make a good case there. However, I would lose 4 compasses, and I'm trying to save compasses to discover one of these sites.
Alternatively, for only 3, you could move one of your archaeologists that's at a site right now with a guardian to just a tent and get some resources.
Ah. So with 3 compasses, I could basically only spend 1 compass on this, because if I never mind.
I'm at this one, but you could go to any other.
Then I don't want to do it. I pass.
Okay.
And that's the end of this round.
Okay.
It's getting heated. It's getting heated.
This is it. This is the last round. I have a lot of negative points from all my fear. I'm very afraid.
Okay.
And you kick us off this time.
All right. So let's look at my cards. exile this card to buy artifacts. Discount of. Oh shit, that's good. That's really good. So this one allows me to activate an unoccupied tent site, which means I don't have to put an archaeologist on it. Right? This card. What the fuck? If I were to use this card, and I activate, I wouldn't have to put an archaeologist. This one allows me to overcome a guardian, which might be useful for me. Maybe. I am gaining a lot of fear. This one allows me to remove one of my slotted idols from the game. Oh. So a slotted idol, does that mean an idol on one of these spots?
Yes.
And I had to remove it from the game, so I wouldn't even have it.
Correct.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't lose any. That's true. I would lose no points.
Pure trade.
Yeah, I would lose no points.
For 3.
That's true. Which is pretty good. It gains me 3 coins. I guess, do I really need to gain 3 coins, though? This one is really good. So what I'm going to do...
That is a very good card.
Oh, but. Hold on. Hold on a second. If I want to discover this side, I need 2 jeeps. If I want to discover this side, I need a jeep and a boat. I have other options there, though, but... Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's totally fine. I am going to exile this card. By exiling this card, I'll be able to buy an artifact with a discount of 3 compasses. So to exile this card, I'll put it here, right? Oh.
Put it here.
Okay. Well, then you need to move this card over here too, don't you?
Oh, well, this is the item pile. This is the artifact pile.
Ah, okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and buy this with the discount of 4 compasses. So I don't spend any compasses. And I'll be able to exile a card. So I'll exile the sphere card. And I can activate an unoccupied tent site. I will decide to do this one right here, which gets me 2 compasses. And that is my turn.
Okay.
I'm not really sure why that hairpin claw thing, or whatever it's called. The tiger claw hairpin. Yeah, I don't know why that allows me to do any of that stuff. But it's just so cool that it allows me to do things that are cool. That's just how it works.
Okay, my friend's going to give me 2 compasses. I'm going to use... Okay, I'm going to play this card. I have to spend a tablet. I have to read the special inscription now to draw 2 cards. And I will discard this card to then exile a fear into my ritual pile and gain a coin.
Okay.
And pass.
All right, so I have 7 compasses. I can begin to move to one of these sites. Now, the thing is, that's only if I want to discover the site. But if I discover the site, I'll get 2 idle tokens, which will be huge for me. And it's definitely something I want to do. This one will get me a compass, for sure. This one will get me a tablet, for sure. Now, when it comes to tablets, I do have 2 tablets. What do I need tablets for? I suppose I don't need a tablet for this. I only need a jeep and an arrowhead if I don't want to use the tablet. So I don't think I have any arrowheads. I do have an arrowhead. Okay. 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 So, tablets, maybe. With this magnifying glass, I need 2 arrowheads. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use 2 jeeps by using this assistant to move up here by spending 6 compasses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've now gained an idle token. We're going to add the Sight and Guardian. Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay.
By the way, do Guardians have victory points associated with them? Yeah, they have 5. Oh, right.
They do. They have 5, yes.
Okay, right.
Okay, so I will use my fancy hat to gain a coin and a compass. And then I will pay 2 coins to hire a pilot. And my blind sight to come to this new site here.
Remember to spend your 6 compasses. Okay.
And then I will pass.
Okay. So... all right. I have no coins. Okay, so what do I want to do next? So... I have a boat and a jeep. Okay, that didn't do anything for me. I don't have any planes. At least not easily. Okay. Alright, so this one allows me to look at the top 4 cards of my deck, exile up to 2 or keep 1. So I have 4 tablets. I could move my notebook up with 2 tablets and a boat. I could use my 3 tablets to defeat my guardian, which would become a plane, which is good, which is very good. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 3 tablets to defeat this guardian. So basically, I read a lot of things at this owl, and it really hates reading. It hates words and learning. So I kept spewing information at it until it became so upset with me that it had no choice but to join my team.
You made it watch that Tootsie Roll owl ad over and over again?
Well, yeah, I described
you read the transcription
ad.
of the ad.
Right, I described it
to it.
It was offended, and it decided to join my team. That makes sense, I think. Okay, that's my turn, right? That's all I can do?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so
that gets me 5 victory points.
Got a lot of potential options here, but I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my monkey help me out and turn an arrowhead to a ruby. Then I will go ahead and have my archaeologist or my
geologist,
my assistant find me an arrowhead. And then I will go ahead and walk to get some money.
Okay.
And I will pass.
Okay, so I gotta look at my choices.
Wait, no, I messed up.
How so?
Okay, that's okay.
All right.
Well, I was planning to come here, and I just realized I have no more archaeologists. So,
well,
that's all right. I have some money. That'll be good.
So I now have a plane. Okay, so I need a plane and 2 arrowheads to move my magnifying glass up, which I do have now. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that because that is good. And I'm going to do it.
Ooh.
So I'm going to flip this using its plane. I am going to move my magnifying glass up by spending 2 arrowheads. And that will get me a compass. And that's my turn.
Okay, well, I will go ahead and pay.
I guess you get a compass for studying this. What is this? Oh, it's like a statue, I think.
Yeah, a statue.
Okay. Sure. All right.
I will pay 2 coins, a tablet, and a ruby, and I will move to the final spot on the track. And let's see what options. A tablet or a compass? Well, 4 compasses would let me kill my guardian right away. So I could buy the war club. Do I need another tablet at all? If I get another tablet, I could get another 2 victory points. But in essence, the point from the club, the 5 points here, and the exile definitely amount to more. So I think I will go ahead and take the compass here. And then I will pass.
Okay, I'm struggling to think of what I will do next. So, if I move an archaeologist to this special point, I'll be able to use one of these abilities. That could be a compass. That could be a conversion. That could be an exile. Exile is not bad, for sure. An exile could help, actually. let's look at what I need to do. So I want to move my journal up. That would give me a jeep. It would give me... No, it wouldn't. Sorry, I would need a jeep and an arrowhead. I would need a boat and 2 tablets. I do have a jeep and an arrowhead, but do I want to use it for that when I could use a jeep to discover this site, which would allow me to make a conversion, which doesn't help me. Actually, it could help me. Maybe. Okay, so what do I really want to do? I want to move my magnifying glass up. I would need 2 coins, a tablet, and a ruby. But in order to do that... How would I get 2 coins, a tablet, and a ruby? I could get a ruby by converting that arrowhead. And I would have a tablet. But to get 2 coins, I don't really have anything that would give me 2 coins. Well, I do actually, because I could buy this.
Oh, true.
So if I bought this, I would get 3 coins, which would give me enough coins to have all of these things. But to make a conversion to a ruby, what I guess I could put an archaeologist in this spot. Okay, I see a path forward. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 3 compasses to buy this. Upon buying this, I will trade this idol. I'm literally trading it. It's no longer mine. I don't know where I bring it.
You're selling it. So
Okay.
You can put it in the trash.
Okay.
It's trash now.
So I'm getting rid of that, which doesn't make me lose or gain any victory points. By doing that, I have now gained 3 coins. That is my turn.
Okay. So I think I will go ahead and pay 4 compasses to buy this war club. And I throw the club in one graceful motion and I take down this giant bat. And by take down, I mean befriend it forever.
Right. With a war club.
Mm-hmm. And I will pass.
Okay. I think it's raining outside. Okay. Fuck. So, I've gained my 3 coins. I now have 2 coins, a tablet, but no ruby. In order to use the ruby, I'm going to take an archaeologist and place them here, which I'm going to use this assistance ability, which will transfer this arrowhead into a ruby, and I will pass. And while you're taking your turn, I want to go see the rain. It's raining, and that's cool.
Okay, so this bat will help me out. This bat will get rid of my fear. And then I think I will go ahead and exile this card. So that goes in the pile, and I can perform a ritual. So that ritual allows me to get an artifact at a discount of 3 compass. So let's see what's good here. Get 2 tablets.
Wow.
This does nothing. I have no archaeologist. I could get 2 gold, and I can use the silver side of a assistant. That could be very good. I could exile something. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Although I really want a ruby. Two points here plus flipping someone over probably is worth more to me than getting rid of 1 point. So I'm going to do that. I will buy this flask, this coconut flask, with my ritual. Of course, I got rid of my fear, and by doing that, someone was so happy they presented me a flask full of coconut juice. That gives me 2 coins, and I will use the same assistant that you use to help me out, and she will convert an arrowhead to a ruby.
Okay. First of all, there is a full-on monsoon right now. I just looked outside and the rain is just fucking pouring buckets. And I don't know if y'all heard through my microphone that giant fucking bang. I don't know what that was. Like right when I got up to go look at it, something just exploded. I don't know what it was. It was not in my apartment. It might have been a lightning strike really nearby. But yeah, it's going crazy right now. This is just what happens when you disturb the guards of Arnak. They,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's what's happening right now. And somebody just screamed. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what was my I'm sorry, that distracted me. What was I trying to do? So I gained a ruby, tablet, 3 coins. Ah, yes. I wanted to move my magnifying glass up. So I'll move it right there for 2 coins, 1 ruby, and 1 tablet. I will gain this, which is a tablet. And that's nice. That tablet is now mine. And that's my turn.
Okay, so I really have to do some math here because I have 2 potential plays. I could get my notebook all the way up to here. That would give me positive 3 points from where I'm at now. But oh, that's it. Just positive 3 points. I will not be able to get all the way up to here, I don't believe. No. Well, actually, I think I could. Which would get me up to positive 7. But it would require me to fill an idle slot, so I would be at a net gain of 4. And then I can't imagine I could go any higher.
Which is still better than just the net gain of 3 you would get by staying in the row underneath. So
yeah, I can't imagine I could go any higher than that. Because then I would have used my ruby. I would have used an tablet and my refreshed assistant. So I would be left with 3 coins. And then I would have to get rid of. Oh, actually, I'd have to use both of these. So I would be at net gain 0. So that seems probably not worth it. What is this? I think this is do something at a site, at any level 1 site, which could get me these. So I would be at net gain 2. Okay, doesn't seem very good. The other thing I could do is, again, for 7 points, or by giving up 7 points, I could get an 11 tile, which is a net gain of 4. A lot of decisions. But sure, let's do it. So I will put my idle on both, or fill up my entire idle slots. I will choose to take 2 tablets. I have now a coin and 2 tablets. I have a ruby. So then I will also have to take an arrowhead. So I will give up 1 coin and 2 tablets, a ruby, a coin, and an arrowhead to take one of these 11 tiles. And pass.
Okay. So I think I just lost the game, but I'm going to play as though I didn't. I was considering at these guardians taking them down for victory points, but I don't have an arrowhead, and literally every single one of them requires an arrowhead. I also have no easy method of using an arrowhead. I have 1 tablet, 1 coin, and if I use this, I could get another coin. I have a boat, a jeep. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you just wait.
Tablet, by the way?
Yes.
I think you did, right? Okay.
Wait just a minute.
Let me look at my options again. We have a guardian with an arrowhead and a plane. Arrowhead coin compass. Arrowhead compass discard. Okay. I see something I'm going to do. So, to begin, I'm going to change my coin into an arrowhead. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my archaeologist to this site using a boat. And that's my turn.
Okay, so all I have is a coin and a tablet. So I think I will go ahead and pass.
All right, here we go. This is for all the money. If I make the right calls here, maybe I win. I don't think so. I think I lost. I think Steven has a lot more victory points than me, but he does have a lot of fear cards. I don't think they're going to be enough. But whatever. So, the rain is so crazy right now. Okay. The gods are getting afraid of how closely I'm encroaching upon this Scorpion Guardian. All right, now I have two archaeologists standing around, so I can use this and gain a compass. That was a free action. I guess you just get a compass if you have archaeologists out. They're just nice to me because I'm a captain, and they're like, hey, you know, some of your guys are gone, so here's a compass. But little do they know, I'm going to give that compass to one of my archaeologists to defeat the Scorpion. In order to defeat the Scorpion, I'm going to go ahead and discard this, use my compass, use my arrowhead, which gives me the Guardian. And my turn. In the next turn, I can now draw a card using this Guardian, which I might as well do, because why not? So that will draw one card. What the fuck just happened? I hit the number 1, and it did this. So let me just, okay. I'll do this, and I'll flip the whole deck. I'm not paying attention to which cards I'm dropping over there. Okay. Can I, okay.
You can just flip it. Here, wait, hold on. Here. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Just...
I guess hitting 1 sometimes doesn't do what it's supposed to do.
Well, if you hit 1-1, which you might have done, it would draw all 11.
Oh. Maybe I did hit 1-1. Okay. That gave me the bow and arrow card, which I can gain a compass for each guardian on sites I occupy. And for each guardian I have, which means I could get 2 compasses. Does that do anything for me at all? No.
What about up
Well,
here?
it would allow me to... That's true. It would allow me to exile and gain a coin. Alternatively, play this from your hand. I can't do that. Or I could get 2 tablets. If I got 2 tablets, I would have 2 tablets and a coin, which would allow me to buy this. Which is something. I mean, I'm not... All the points I'm going to gain now are going to be pretty light. And I would gain the additional victory points for buying the artifact. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I play this card, I will gain 2 compasses. And that's a turn. Now, with those 2 compasses, I'm going to buy this artifact, which will give me 2 tablets. That's a turn. With those 2 tablets, I will use the 2 tablets and a coin to buy one of these victory tokens. That's a turn. What else can I do? I have 2 tablets and 2 compasses. And I also have a boot, but I can't do anything with the boot, I don't think. So, 2 tablets, 2 compasses. What are some options that I have? Let's see, because I also have idle slots I could use if it would help me. Arrowhead and a jeep, or 2 tablets and a boat. I think I can't do that no matter what. Well, if I could get a plane. That's not worth it for 1 coin or for 1 victory point and 3 coins. Yeah, it's not worth it for 1 victory point and 3 coins. Okay. With the magnifying glass, I could use 2 tablets and a coin for another one of these, or a ruby, which I don't have.
You get it from here.
No, I'd have to play it from my hand to get the ruby, which I couldn't do.
Well, you could... 2 compasses could get you an exile and a coin, and then you'd have the coin and 2 tablets to get another one of these.
That's true. You're right. And an exile, actually. So that's actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Spend these two, buy this. I'm going to exile this fear card. And I'm going to gain a coin. With that coin, that's my turn. With that coin and these 2 tablets, I'm going to buy another token. Thanks for pointing that out. And I think that is really all I can do. I guess the only other choice that I have now is, do I want to cover my idle slots? With a plane and a compass, what could I even do? I mean, I could move my notebook. No, I couldn't actually anymore. With a plane and a compass, I pretty much can't do anything.
Well, you could if you do 2.
If I did
You'd
two
have to
compasses,
do both
2
this.
planes.
You'd have to do both this one and this one, so you have to fill 2 slots.
Okay, compass,
But then
plane,
you're
and
giving
2
up-
tablets. What
You're
would I
giving up
get?
7. You're giving up 7 points for
Yeah,
one.
for 1 point. No, that's useless. And I don't really have any other options here that even really do anything for me. All my archaeologists are up. I think that's it for me. Okay, well,
Okay,
let's see who
here
won.
we go. Hi.
I'm gonna guess Steven.
So, from what I've seen before, go ahead and put your guardian someplace on your player board. Otherwise, sometimes it hasn't calculated it correctly. So let's kind of move those into a stack, and you can stack these also. All right. Calculate. Are you sure you want to calculate? Yes.
You won. Wild.
Although it ended up being pretty close.
I had more fear than you.
And somehow you had more fear than I
That's
did by
crazy.
the end of the game.
Well, you had a lot of exile abilities throughout that
I did
game.
have a lot of ability to exile things, yes. So let's just take a look for everyone watching, just because it did do it automatically. So first thing that you sum up is your research tokens. That includes the victory points, which are these little purple numbers, next to both your magnifying glass and your notebook. So for me, I had 23 points for my magnifying glass,
1 point.
and then down the research track, 1 extra point from my notebook. Don, you had 21 from the magnifying glass, and the notebook spot you were at had 0.
Okay. For the temple tiles, those are the extra little victory tiles at the end that we were buying. Steven had 11 because he bought this golden one. I had 2. No, I had 4 because I bought this and this.
Yep. Next is the idols, which you definitely beat me on because I filled up all my slots, but it's the sum of both the idols themselves, which are each worth 3 victory points, and then any open idol slots that you have on your board. So for me, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 idols, each worth 3 points, so that's 18 points. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 idols, each worth 3 points, so that's 15. Plus another 3 is 18. Plus 4 is 22.
With the guardians, I had defeated, each guardian is worth 5 points. I had defeated 2 guardians. Steven had defeated 3 guardians. Steven had 15. I had 10.
Next is items and artifacts, which items and artifacts give victory points. Again, you beat me on this category, but for me, my artifacts, I had 1 point from my club, 2 3 points from my coconut flask, an extra 1 point bringing me to 4 from my gold pan, an extra 2 points from my rod of division, bringing me to 6, I think I'm at. And then my hat, my fancy hat, brings me to 7.
Go ahead and count
then
mine.
for yours, your candle holder was 1 point. Your first aid kit was another 1 point, so 2 points. Your bow and arrow was 2 points, bringing you to 4. Then 5 from the sieve, 6, 7 from the axe, 8 from the goat, 9 from the monkey, 10 from the hat. Did I miss anything? Is there a stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah,
Okay.
there's some of the things were stacked, so there's 14 points.
With the fear token, Steven had 3 of these. Each one was worth -1, so he lost 3 points for that. I had 5 of them. Each one is -1, so that was -5 for me. I lost 5 points on that. And
the
in
final
total,
scores were 72 to 66. It ended up being closer than I thought, honestly.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think that was a better score than you had last
Yeah.
time.
But even
And
if
the
not for the
expedition leaders
fear,
do help.
even if not for the fear, you still beat me. And it looks like you beat me mostly with from your guardians, gave you the biggest leg up on me. And then, what's weird though, so, okay.
The temple tile as well was a big.
Oh, the temple tile, right. I'm
Big
not even
difference.
looking at that. Yeah, the temple tile's huge. Were it not for the temple tile, things would be different, it looks like.
True.
Well, all right.
Glad I went with that versus advancing my notebook.
Yeah. Well, that was the Lost Ruins of Arnak. That
With
was
like
the
everything,
the expansion.
all the expansion.
Still some good fun. Let me flip the table. I've never done this before. I want to flip
Okay,
the table.
it may not work that well.
Oh, what?
Yeah, depending on how they build their assets, the flip doesn't always work so great.
It's it has brought the table into an endless cycle of falling from the sky.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's going to the lost island of Arnak.
Right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Table.
Well,
Well, thank you for playing.
Thank you for hosting as well, and that was a fun time. I guess we should tell everybody that tomorrow we have, assuming that we still do, we have a Get Wrecked podcast tomorrow, which will be streamed here to Twitch. Okay? I'll have to eventually put some video out on the YouTube about that, but I don't think it matters because I think everybody who sees on YouTube is going to get the notification that we're doing it on Twitch now. But I'll put out a video about that eventually. But yes, we're streaming the Get Wrecked podcast to Twitch now. So that will be tomorrow night. I don't know what time yet. And Lost Ruins of Arnak is one of the segments on tomorrow night's Get Wrecked. So if you enjoyed, you can hear our thoughts on this board game tomorrow in our podcast. And
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, chat.
yeah, thank you, everyone. That was 2 hours of stream, so I'm going to drop it because I don't have anything else to do for stream tonight. Tune in tomorrow. Get wrecked. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to end stream. See you tomorrow and the day after that. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.